Hello everyone, how are you? And welcome back to another video. Today is actually the start of a mini series here on my channel where I'm going to be sharing with you some healthy food swaps that I have come across and have made in my health and fitness journey. Now, for those of you that don't know, I did start living a healthier lifestyle when I was 18 years old, and when I turned 21, I decided that I wanted to start counting my calories and my macros, because at that time, as I was scrolling through social media, this is what pretty much everyone was doing to see some changes in their health and fitness journey. And so I thought, well, all of these people have really flat stomachs. They seem to be doing really good. I think I need to try this in order to reach my health and fitness goals. And so I started counting my food, and I went on to continue counting my food for almost 6 years. And throughout that time, I didn't really quite end up getting the results that all of these people were talking about on social media. I actually ended up being the most unhealthiest version that I had ever been. I gained a ton of weight. I was eating low fat, low carb because I thought that fat and carbs were bad for me. And I was eating a ton of protein. Like, so much protein, you guys. Obviously, things were not working out for me. So fast forward to a couple years later, putting me at 26 years old, I decided to try something a little bit different. And that was to start paying attention to the ingredients that were in my food. Something that I clearly had no idea of when I was counting my calories and when I was counting my macros. So I started to do this. And you want to know what happened, you guys? I was able to lose 35 pounds simply by paying attention to what was in my food. And when I started to pay attention to these ingredients that were in the food that I was eating, I was able to reduce all this inflammation that I had in my body. So in 2019, I decided that I wanted to stop counting my calories and my macros. And at the beginning of 2019 is when I stopped doing that. The other thing that I also started doing is I started to heal my gut. And even more positive changes came with that, because not only did I learn more about health and wellness, I also was finally able to get rid of my bloating that I had for the longest time. So I guess what I'm trying to get at with me sharing my story is that on my channel, we're doing things a little different, okay? These healthy food swaps that I'm going to share with you are not based on calories, they're not based on macros, they're not based on whether something is low fat, low carb, high protein, or only 100 calories. We do things a little bit different. And instead, we pay attention to ingredients and the quality of the food that we are fueling ourselves with. Because I really want you guys to become the healthiest versions of yourselves. And I want you to finally be able to meet your health and fitness goals. Because I'm sure, like me, you've tried so many things and you've been on Google so many times trying to figure out what to do. But at the end of the day, you're still feeling bloated, your weight won't budge, you have cravings left to right, you are tired all the time, and your periods probably suck. So let's change that. Starting today. And if you do enjoy today's video, please be sure to give it a like, share it with a friend, subscribe to the channel because I have more swaps coming your way. And let's just get started with today's video because I got a lot of swaps coming your way. All right, let's do this. Part 1 of this mini series is going to include breakfast and brunch food swaps. And along with the swap, I'll also include a picture somewhere here on the side of the item that I used to eat as it relates to some of these swaps. So I kind of want to get started on the drinks that we may have in the morning. First one being coffee. Now, I will say I'm personally not a huge coffee drinker myself, but I understand that some of you may be coffee drinkers, and that's why I wanted to include it in today's video. I have tried both of these in the past that I'm about to show you, and they're actually my boyfriend's. I got him hooked on this coffee brand over a year ago, and the reason I came across it in the first place is because I was trying to find a more natural keto pre-workout because the pre-workout that I used to take before the gym, it did not have the best ingredients, and I just thought to myself, well, why don't I just take coffee? It's much better and it doesn't have all these nasty ingredients that pre-workout has. So that's how I came across it. The brand is called Four Sigmatic. It is their mushroom coffee mix in lion's mane and chaga. A couple of reasons why I like it is high quality, so it's organic here. And then I also really like it because whenever it is that I would drink it, I wouldn't ever experience a crash in energy. I wasn't jittery and I wasn't anxious like I would feel when I would drink other coffee brands out there. And the plus side about this is that it does contain adaptogenic mushrooms. So we got a lot of added benefits in this coffee. This one, like I said, has lion's mane and chaga. So lion's mane is really good for brain health and chaga has immune boosting benefits. You can kind of see a little light bulb here. And honestly, whenever it is that I would drink this, I would just feel really focused and I would be really creative and alert whenever it is that I would take this. The next one is also from Four Sigmatic, and it is their mushroom coffee mix in cordyceps and chaga. You can kind of see a little running man here, and this is actually the pre-workout that I would take. Cordyceps boosts endurance and stamina, and chaga, like we just said, has immune boosting benefits. And now this one does come in small little packets. Just pour it in some water and you're good to go. And I know I said that I wasn't a huge coffee drinker, but there is something from Four Sigmatic that I love drinking at night. I make this delicious drink with their mushroom cacao mix. This one has reishi, and reishi is an adaptogenic mushroom that helps the body manage stress. This one as well also comes in a small little packet. This next swap is for those of you that aren't coffee drinkers like myself. I wanted to show you one of my favorite tea brands, and I'm actually gonna hop over on my computer and show you their website because there is so many different teas that I love from them. So the tea brand that I really enjoy drinking is from Traditional Medicinals, and if you go to their products tab, you can kind of filter out between seeing all their products, their benefits, and the flavor. So some of the ones that I really enjoy drinking are going to be the Dandelion Chai Probiotic. I also really like all their Echinacea Plus teas. These are really helpful if you find yourself just starting to feel sick. I also really like their roasted dandelion root and all of their throat coats. There's 3 different kinds, and whenever I feel like also I'm starting to get sick or I have just a sore throat, these are the ones that I will take. Okay, now that we have coffee and tea out of the way, I wanted to show you some of my favorite dairy-free milk options because there is a ton out there at the grocery store today. We have almond milk, hazelnut, cashew, coconut, oat milk, so many milks. But when it comes to the ingredient label, that's a different story. And a lot of the times we are switching over from a milk that has dairy in it to a dairy-free option like almond milk because we think that we are reacting to the dairy and it's causing some digestive issues. That could be the case, but it could also be the additional ingredients that are added into things that you're reacting to. So the almond milk that I used to drink is here on the side, and that one has things like added gums in it and natural flavors. Added gums are added into food to help with texture, and natural flavors can pretty much consist of anything. I'm not entirely sure what natural flavors means, so I'm mindful of these things. And the almond milk that I want to show you is this one from Trader Joe's. It is their Simply Almond beverage, and the only thing that is in here is water and almonds. And the other almond milk that I do enjoy is also here on the side as well. It's from the brand Elmhurst. And again, you guys, the reason why I'm mindful of these ingredients is because they can quickly add up. There is so many added gums and so many natural flavors in so many things, including dairy-free options. We see them in yogurt, ice cream, salad dressings, syrup, sauces. So you can definitely see how these things can add up. The next milk that I want to share with you is coconut milk. This is also from Trader Joe's, and I really like it because there is no added gums in the ingredient label. And if you are wanting to make some dairy-free whipped cream, I have made some using this coconut milk. I will leave that video linked down below if you do want to make that. And then one last thing that I want to share with you is juice. Now, there isn't necessarily a swap that I used to drink, but I recently recently started drinking more orange juice, and this one from Trader Joe's as well is just so good. So I thought that I would add it into today's video if you're wanting a juice. Moving on to waffles and pancakes. Whether you're a waffle lover or a pancake lover, I got you on this swap because I happen to love both of those things. And the waffles that I used to eat were higher in protein because I used to think that I needed to load up on the protein and just have a ton of protein. But now I've switched over to Simple Mills waffle mix. It is also a pancake mix, but it's my go-to if I'm ever craving waffles. Has much better ingredients, and it is also dairy, gluten, grain, and soy free. These were actually my last what I eat in a day video, so if you want to check out how it is that I make them, you can go ahead and do so. I will leave that video link down below in the description. And as far as pancakes go, I'm sorry, Aunt Jemima, but you've been replaced. The pancake mix that I now use is from Birch Benders. This is their paleo mix. These are super easy to make, you guys. All you have to do is just add water. That's it. I do happen to like two other of their mixes. It's the banana paleo and the pumpkin paleo, which I have also made on my channel, so I can leave that video in the description as well. Now, those are the pancake and waffle mixes. And whether you like pancakes or waffles, I'm sure you're drizzling maple syrup on top, right? And I'm just gonna go ahead and put the maple syrup that I used to have here on the side. Oh my gosh, you guys, I fell for it big time. I would eat that maple syrup with the waffles that I used to eat, and I thought that was the best thing because I was loaded up on protein, and then the maple syrup was also calorie free, fat free, sugar free, and I fell for the packaging. I honestly fell for the packaging, and then we wonder why we have such horrible cravings, right? Now I eat the real thing. This is a huge bottle of maple syrup from Costco. I love that it's organic, and you know what the only ingredient is on this? Organic maple syrup. That's it. Why was I making my life so complicated before? All right, this next swap is going to be butter. And you know how earlier in the video I said that yes, you may be reacting to the dairy in your dairy products, and that's causing some digestive issues for you. But I also did mention that the additional ingredients in your dairy products could be causing you issues as well. And you can kind of see that with this butter that I used to eat, if we can even call it butter. So this is not high quality butter whatsoever. There is also an inflammatory oil in the ingredient label there that you can see. When it comes to inflammatory oils, the best thing that we can do with those is just stay away because they are not helping us with our health and fitness goals. And the butter that I now use, overall, when I want to eat dairy, I just make sure that it's higher quality. So I've switched over to Organic Valley. This is their pasture-raised butter. Love that it's organic, love that it's pasture-raised. So when something is pasture-raised, that means that the cattle was able to roam outside freely, getting some exercise in, getting some sunlight in, possibly eating what's outside, and they are living a higher quality life. And so when this cow is having a higher quality life, it's going to produce higher quality dairy products. And so when we eat it, it's going to be much healthier for us, and it's going to contain much healthier fats. So now that we are talking about pasture-raised things, I want to talk about eggs because that's another swap that I've made. I went from having conventional eggs to pasture-raised eggs. And I'll put a picture here on the side between conventional eggs and pasture-raised eggs. With a conventional egg, the egg yolk, it's just not going to be this dark orange color. With a pasture-raised egg, it's much darker. And so the pasture-raised eggs that I have now are from Vital Farms. It's this black packaging here. They do have some that are organic. The color of the packaging is brown. So if you can make the swap from conventional eggs to pasture-raised eggs, that is awesome, because then in that situation, the hen is outside, roaming, doing its thing out in nature, and it's going to create higher quality eggs. Therefore, it's going to be much healthier for you. So a couple of items that I want to continue talking about are tortillas. So tortillas are something that I switched over to something that has much better ingredients. This is also dairy, gluten, grain, and soy free, and they're from the brand Siete. They do have other tortillas, but the almond flour ones are my go-to. And just in case you're craving bacon and you want something a little bit more savory for breakfast, this is the one that I really enjoy. It's from Applegate Naturals, and I used to have a ton of turkey bacon before, but this tastes so much better. The other thing is a breakfast sausage, also from Applegate Naturals. This savory turkey breakfast sausage is one of my favorites. Next up on the swap list is yogurt. And honestly, you guys, the yogurt that I was eating before just wasn't coming from high quality dairy sources, which is probably one of the major reasons why my body was reacting to it, along with all the added gums in it and natural flavors. So I have 3 yogurt swaps that I want to show you. The first one does contain dairy, and it is from the brand Stonyfield. And the reason why I like that one is because it is organic and it's 100% grass fed. So we're having that quality dairy source. And the first dairy-free option that I want to show you is from the brand Lava. They do have other flavors, but my favorites are the original and the raspberry. And I have also made some gut healing gummies using the original Lava. The other dairy-free yogurt that I'm obsessed with is one that I recently tried and found out about. It is from the brand Kulina. It is so good, you guys. It's so creamy and thick and just really delicious. This is the bourbon vanilla, my top favorite. And then they also have a strawberry rose. I just overall can't get over the cute packaging on these dairy-free yogurts. Plus this one also comes in a recyclable little dish here that you can use to put other things in as well. Okay, y'all, we're getting down to the very last couple of food swaps, and these are going to be oat-based products. So things like cereal, granola, oatmeal, and breakfast bars. But before I show you some of these swaps, I thought I would kind of highlight 3 ingredients that you can be on the lookout for when you are buying these types of items. So these 3 ingredients were in the oat-based products that I used to eat, and the first one is going to be canola oil. Canola oil is an inflammatory oil, and honestly, we need to find a healthier swap for that because it is not very good for our health. The second ingredient is going to be soy lecithin, and the third ingredient would be in oat-based products that would say that they're high protein. When something says that it is high protein, it is because it has an ingredient called soy protein isolate in it. The reason why I'm kind of highlighting soy so much is because soy is one of the top genetically modified foods, and it is a hormone disruptor. So if you're eating a ton of soy-based products and they aren't organic or they're not fermented, that could really be affecting your hormones and how you feel on a monthly basis. So now that we have all that out of the way and you're a little bit more aware of those 3 ingredients, I want to talk about the cereal that I use. So this one is going to be from 1 Degree Organics, and the reason why I love it so much is because it is organic, it's gluten-free, and it's sprouted. Whenever you see that something is sprouted, that means that it's going to be a lot easier on your digestive system. And in the past, I have made some peanut butter Rice Krispie treats with that cereal, so I can leave that video down below if you want to check that out. The next thing is going to be granola. Now this is the granola that I've been munching on lately, and I really like it. It's super crunchy, and it is gluten-free, sprouted, and organic. As far as oatmeal goes, also from 1 Degree Organics, and as you can see here, it's gluten-free, sprouted, and organic. And with this oatmeal, I have also made an apple crisp that is healthier, so I can leave that video down below if you want to check that out too. And the last thing that I want to show you for a swap is going to be a breakfast bar. So these I actually get at Costco. They come in this big box here, and they're just made with much simpler ingredients, and it has coconut oil in here. So this is kind of what they look like. So I know that I threw a lot of food swaps your way today. Feel free to rewatch this video if you would like. Don't forget to also check out the links in the description. And I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope that you found it helpful. And I will see you next Thursday for another healthy food swap video.